So I got a video request in on the mower here. Was asked to do a carburetor cleaning. Guys, I've never cleaned a carburetor. I don't think. If I have, it's been so long I don't remember. Let me get the hood off of here, disconnect the lights, and then it should just lift off if I remember. Good grief. Yeah, lifts right off. Piece of cake. All right, set that hood over there, and then where is the carburetor? Let's see. And we need extra light. I got my lights on in here, but it's a dim day. And always use extra light, I suppose. See if that helps at all. If I can get it to sit somewhere. Not really. Does that help some, maybe? Let me zoom in more. All right. Well, let's give it a little look-see. Carburetor. Right there. So, let's pop some things off. Maybe. Get some dust there. Doesn't really do any good. I might have to 1, 2, 3 to lift this whole thing off here. What do you think, huh? Let's do that. Maybe an 8. Yeah. So it looks like we've got 3 number 8s. 1, 2, and 3. And does this whole thing just lift off now? That would be nice. Or do I have to take the top cover off too? That would not be nice. Does this take the same size? Sure enough. Pop that throttle cable out. This light isn't helping me. I don't think it's helping you much either right now, so let's just turn that off. That it is hot. Just stale, non-moving air. Let's turn that fan on. Oh, much better. Might need to remove this though. That'll be a 10. Because that is attached to there. To that cover. Let me bring you around. Yeah, number 10. Might be able to just do that. Not completely remove it, but just get it so that we can maybe get to where we need to get to. Alright, I'm secured somewhere else, it looks like. Where else do we have screws here? I don't know. Let me put a rag in here. For now, to keep the dust from going in there. You got to take this the rest of the way off. There's just 2 more back there. I'd have to get a wrench, which is no big deal, but I think I might be able to do it right here. Let's get these electronics. Well, I don't want to do that. Oh, okay. This whole plastic piece comes off altogether. What do you bet? So let's take it off altogether then. Under here, there's 2 nuts. One right here. Gotcha. And one right here. Look at that. There's a screw right here. You pull this down and then you can access that screw. I'm not sure if I need to take that off of there though. So what else is holding me here? I've got a bolt with a bracket or screw right here. So that one we're back to our number 8, I think. Yep. Okay. How about now? Yes. So we're getting our cover out of the way now, finally. And I wonder if I could just lay that right there. I don't have to maybe unhook everything? Question mark. Now I'm going to put a little strain on this electrical connector. So I might disconnect that to get it out of the way. And then I'm going to disconnect my electrical connector down here. Just pull that out. Okay. Fuel line right here. You get a plier to detach that. Might be a little fuel in that line, so let's that is stuck on there. Of course, it's been on there since the factory. And this mower is 3 years old, maybe 4, depending on when it went through the build. Can I gently twist? Yes. Hear it break free. the rest of that out. All right, good enough. Now what? Looks like we need to detach. Whoops! I detached from here, but I didn't want to detach from up in there. I can see where it went, so be careful when you take that off. Okay, goes there. And that goes to here. Am I close enough for the video? Probably not. So this little bent up wire back to this control goes to this control on the carburetor, the throttle, butterfly, whatever they call that. All right. Now, are we ready to remove? Gently slide. Nope. I'm still attached down here. And I'm in my own light. Just see, then you get the light there and it drowns out the camera. So if this is drowning out the camera, let me. Well. This lever here needs to get disconnected. And here. This if I turn, I'm going to turn this, and then it'll pop right off that lever, and then I'm going to turn it the other way to get it off the spring right there. So now we have our carburetor out. Let's bring it to the table. All right, we're going to do like an over-the-shoulder-ish shot. See if this gasket will come off intact. That would be nice if I could reuse it. I do not have a kit, y'all. So we're going to do this very cheaply, very delicately, because I do not have a kit. Let me get my knife. All right. Try to reuse this seal. I don't know if I'll be able to, folks, but I'm going to try. Yeah, I tore that up a little bit. So if you have a kit, it'd come with a new gasket. I'm actually not going to clean that up, I don't think. This will go right back on there, and maybe some of it will line up? Question mark. I don't know. We're going to do it without. All right, so I'm looking in here, and mine's pretty clean. My engine was running pretty good. Occasionally it'd start up and have some black smoke. So it ain't going to hurt to do it. The gasket on the other side. Is coming off easier. Good. Set that aside. Nice and clean there too. This thing's pretty clean. All right. Pretty clean everywhere. So you're just checking out for any deposits, carbon deposits, whatnot, that are stuck on there. Varnish from old gas. I'm not seeing any of that in mine here. Fuel in. I'm still getting a lot of fuel out of this. Dare I take this open? So inside there, you can see that little brass pipe sticking up out of there. That's where the fuel is actually going to come in. So let's take this apart. Sure, why not? So far, everything's looking pretty good. And that's going to strip. Wrong size. Flat tip to the rescue. All right. This bowl's probably got a bunch of fuel in it, so let me, dump this out. All right, the bowl is perfectly clean. And all the little plastic doodabs inside here, the float and whatnot, look clean. I'm getting them dirty, but they look clean. Right through there and out the other side is where your fuel is going to get real fine and turn into a mist. So that looks pretty good. Do I want to disassemble this further? I really don't. If I needed to, there's probably little screws in there, maybe? I don't know. Again, I have never done one of these, but I bet a little bit of carb cleaner would go a long way. So don't use brake cleaner because the plastic and rubber seals. Let me go get that. Some old carburetor cleaner. And I said I never cleaned one before. I've never taken one apart. I've shot some carb cleaner in them before. What do I want to do this on? I got some diesel fuel in here. Try not to spray my car over there. But I'm just going to clean it up. You can see, I say it's clean, but you know what? When I first sprayed it, there was some not clean stuff coming out of there. I'm going to squirt a little in here. Yeah, it's got a little crud on it, not much. I'm going to put some right in there. I'll let that drip through. Probably should be wearing gloves. Most of the dirt coming off of this is on the outside of the carburetor, to be fair. Pretty clean. Speaking of, let's clean this outside up a little more. Just mostly on the outside is all I'm cleaning. The inside, sprayed a little, but probably ain't gonna need much. And anything about carburetor adjustment, don't ask me, because as little as I know about cleaning these things, I know even less about adjusting. All right, I'm not too worried about getting it spotless. Okay, so I'm going to hit the inside one more time. Hitting those little holes. Butterfly. Get it to drip down through there. You can actually watch as you do it. Watch it come. You can drip it in the top and watch it come out that brass tube there. So that's nice and clean. All right, I'm happy with that. Whoop. Not happy about that. Uh-oh. Which way did it go? Like the cartoon, right? Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? Was it like this or was it like this? Shucks. I think it's like this. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so this goes through here. I didn't want that to come out. There we go. And then this little guy, where'd this little guy go? Well, let's pull that apart too. And figure out where this piece goes. I'm guessing it goes right in there. Is that where it came from? Sure. Oh man, we're in deeper now. Oh man. Oh no, I just lost this piece. Where'd that piece come from? Clueless. Little extra cleaning there. I didn't mean to be doing. All right. Now I'm pretty much 100% confident I've cleaned everything. There's a seal here that stayed there. I'll leave that. This guy came out of somewhere. Oh, does it come? I bet you it goes right in there. Or does it go in here? Oh, look at that. I bet you it goes in there. What do you bet? I don't know. That doesn't make a very good seal. Does it go this way? No. I'm looking at that little O-ring on it, and it would probably make a better seal in there. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Well, we're going to find out if it runs good. We'll know if I did it right. Okay, where did I say this one came from? Probably at the top. This guy goes in there. Yep, just like that. And then this guy goes here. This little pin goes through. And this little guy, where did I say it went? Oh. Goes in there. And then this goes in. There we go. That's the way it was. Whew! Oh my. Again, don't do this with brake cleaner. All these plastic and rubber parts and seals. It would be no good. Okay, I think I got it back together. I think. I hope. Bowl. Bowl looks perfect. But we'll swish a little around, see if it gets any varnish off. That's fine. The outside, guys, I'm not really worried about it. We can clean it up a little if you want. Sure. And then we put this bowl back on, and we're going to kind of jiggle as we go down to try to line that seal up. That rubber seal, remember that rubber seal? Yeah. Make sure that that is as close to symmetrical as we can get it. Then I can't remember if this was facing that way or this way. It won't matter until we're trying to hook it up. This was the butterfly on the inside. This was the butterfly on the outside. So I'm going to try to point it to the outside maybe. I think that's the way it was. And we got our 2 bolts, or screws, to put back in. All right, assuming I didn't do anything terribly wrong, this carburetor is now clean. And I'm watching this seal, and it looks like it's in place. Didn't move on me. Otherwise, we'll have a fuel leak, and that'd be fun. They do sell kits for this. I mean, you can buy the carburetor and the fuel filter and everything as a kit for like 38 bucks on Amazon. But it's clean. Let's see about putting it back on. Okay. The side was facing up. Slide that back. My ratty seal here. Gently put that back. And if you don't have a new one and yours is damaged too badly, mine looks like it's probably damaged too badly, but I'm going to be stubborn about it. Do I have this on right? No. Does it look better this way? Maybe. Yeah, I think so. Yep. All right. So if your seal's really bad, I guess you could just do a little bit of RTV sealant. Just a very thin bead. And I'm just going to clean the mating surface on this side. Get dust off there and whatnot. Blow that out. And I'm going to put it right back where I found it. At least that's the idea. I guess I could hook my electronics back up first. Okay, and this guy into here. Okay, oh, this went under. I don't know if that matters, but this went under. All right, so we got this. Kind of put back up here. I need these to come back up on my flutter valve here properly, which means this needs to be back off of here. Now there's a little bitty spring that I'll put on here first, and it is so tiny you can't see it, but you'll see it on yours. So put that back where it goes first, and then we're going to run this back. Got to turn it just right. Like that. Hey, all right. Make sure my gasket's still there. Okay. That's on there. There was another that connects here, though. What did I do with that one? Should be on this, right? Pretty sure. All right. Mates up with the gasket. Looks good. Yep. This gasket back on. And again, this has to hook up with this lever. So let's see about that. How do you line that up? I just lost the gasket again. Because everything's just kind of in the way, folks. I just found some hay. Let's get that hay out of there. Hay and electrical components and hot things don't get along. Don't ask me how I know. I think I've told that story before. All right. Can I line this up now? After I just lost the position of everything. This was like that. This is the slot I'm talking about. That's going to go on here. Good luck with that, right? You know, if I just pull this off of here, that might make it a lot easier, don't you think? All right, you can see too. So, yeah, here goes on here, I think. Just like that, right? And then get everything back into place without losing it. Oh. Or you can come up from the bottom. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. I think. Where'd my gasket go? Here it is. So yeah, it would be like that, but this needs to be in between there. Yeah, this needs to be in between. Try not to lose my progress here. I guess I could put this on first, right? It's getting hot. I'm sweating. So again, with my bruised and battered seal here. And then, oh gosh, just barely above it, it goes flying off. Come on. Oh, and then there we have this guy too, remember? Where'd that go to? Right in there. That goes right, oh, lost it on this side. A lot of little parts, y'all. A lot of little parts. This goes from the top. Pretty sure. There. That's hooked back up. Stay back. My battered little seal. That's not right. Oh, I have it on backwards. The train is coming off the rails, folks. My patience is about gone. It happens on these slightly more complicated. If you've done a bunch of these, you're like, it ain't complicated, maybe. I don't know. To me, it's just a lot of little parts. Drive me nuts. Okay. Where was I? This next. I've got everything connected back there this time. So now, can we get this on there without losing anything again? I might have to take this hose back off because otherwise I'm pulling it back out. Let's just see. Okay, did I just do it right? That'd be great. And slip that right over there.
Oh, man.
Hey, neighbor.
You're hard on lawnmower, buddy.
Huh?
I've watched you. You're hard on lawnmower.
Oh, I am very hard on everything.
I watch you pull a truck.
Yeah, I'm just putting this carburetor back together. It was running fine, but I had a request to show them how to clean one. I'm like, I've never done it before.
I replaced it.
Yeah,
$15 a time.
it's you can buy the whole kit for $35.
We can buy the whole carburetor cheaper.
Yeah,
You know, for the
but I'm saying if you want the filter and
Right,
this,
yeah,
it's $35. But
just the carburetor.
But we just cleaned it with some carburetor cleaner and reusing the gaskets as best we can and see if it'll run.
That's what we did. I know I was referring to the weed. Well, I put one on my tractor mower, and it was $16 for carburetor. You know, just for the carburetor.
Yeah.
Well, no, I take it back. It's going with the inline filter and 2 pieces of vacuum. And I didn't need it, so I didn't use it. I thought, how do you tear them apart and try to clean the needle valve in it? You know?
I just spray through it.
Yeah. Which helps. You put some of that, even that seafoam. Put that seafoam in.
Yeah. And I mean, this thing was clean. Like clean as a whistle.
Yeah, man needs to get away from that stupid ethanol. I mean, how do you do that? You can't go buy nothing but straight gas. Every motor, if you look at it, you don't use it.
Yeah, well, a lot of them now will say, well, it's safe up to 10%.
Exactly right.
Yeah, obviously ain't going to use Z85, but yeah, I go up to Walmart and they've got, by the lake, the old lake gas station, they've got it, but they charge more. So I go up to Walmart and they've got it pretty cheap.
Oh, dude, which?
The one up in Shelbyville,
They have what?
the ethanol free.
Ethanol free.
Yeah, I think it's 89 octane ethanol free gas.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I use some of that other stuff you use instead. But it's expensive. I ain't trying to remember.
That's why I go to Walmart. They do not go crazy with charging. Up here they do because it's by the lake.
Oh, yeah.
Those outboard motors,
Yeah.
people really don't want to put the ethanol in there, so they charge them.
I stopped and got me 2 dozen in my car. $11, 50 cents a one at Lake Park.
Yeah.
50 cents a night.
You going fishing?
I got them here a while back. I still go to the creek, but it keeps flooding and getting up. Elkhorn, Elkhorn Creek.
Yeah.
My daughter's got a place out there. I go out there and wade, fish, get red out. But it gets up as soon as the sprinkles is ready to put it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see.
Camera going?
Yeah, it's going. You're on audio. You're on audio only. So what's up? Okay.
On the mower, I put a plug in the tires, and for some reason that's too old.
Yeah.
Thorns, I think.
Let's see if she starts up. Now they say you're not supposed to start it without filter on there, but I mean, I guess we could just go like this.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh, this has what they call an auto choke. something wrong.
Then all of a sudden,
Oh, you think that'll work its way out?
My little cabinet done twice.
Oh, okay. So
especially once you kick the mower in and you make more RPM, and it'll get that throttle.
yeah.
And then it might do it for a little while before it goes away. It's in the flywheel, but every time that's what it's at. And the throttle amount, I don't know why the carburetor determines that. But I do too, because that's level for your.
Well, with a little more throttle, it stopped doing that. So
Right. Yeah. Okay, right.
there it goes. So what are you working on up there?
I work with my mower. Oh, what? Nothing. I've seen the boys up there talking a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, next up for me, I got to replace the deck belt. And it's funny, you're talking about me towing stuff. I replaced the drive belt because I was towing with it. And I finally, it was a 3-year-old belt, so I replaced it. And while I was at it, I replaced the deck belt. I kept it, though. It's right there.
So you're able to. Yeah,
I kept the original because there really wasn't much wrong with it. And the one I put on, brand new, is a piece of junk. It doesn't tighten up as much, and so it flips around, and so it probably is messed up more from that as from mowing windrows.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be sharp. Like, you can mow pretty tall grass.
Oh yeah.
What size? 46.
Yeah, it's a 46.
Look, I had a new set of Husqvarna blades, and I think I put them in there. I just checked. I think that.
All right. Well, I engaged the belt, and it idled out just like the neighbor said. Sounds pretty good. Running at least as good as it was, maybe a little better. I don't know. Yeah, that started and idled smoother, I think, than it has been. Maybe it's all in my mind. I don't know, but hey, we didn't wreck anything today. On the mower, the deck belt I need to replace. It works, but I tore it up pretty good mowing those windrows. So, yeah, we'll get that out of there. See you around, y'all.